Okay, can you hear me okay? Oh, I meant to put this closer to me. Can you hear me okay right now? Or am I too loud? I don't know if I put this lower, like here? Is that okay? Oh, actually, can I make it so I can hear myself? I can't. Okay, so I got myself a new audio interface. So I'm hoping it makes my audio sound a little bit better. Or if not better, just less bad. Which is better, but anyways. I had one, like a cheap one before, and now I got this one, which is the standard, like the Scarlett, Focusrite Scarlett one, which I know is a good one, so it should be okay now. It's just taking me a little bit to know how it works, because it works differently than my other one. Also, I'm still eating cake. I got a little piece of cake, so I still have that. How are you guys? We're gonna play some Genshin today. I'm already a little hot, so let me take this off. I'll be running around getting tiles. Oh, actually, I need to show you the tiles. I don't have my phone here. Oh, and also, I put some Carillion pies, a Finnish sour, like, bread pie type of thing. I put them in the oven, so in like 15 minutes I need to go take them out. So I'll need to have a little break then. Just a minute long, because I can just go fetch those and that's it. But what I wanted to show you is my kitchen tiles. I ordered ones that were not great. We had like a little mixed up on the order and some issues. So then I ended up not wanting them, and they were, or at least they're saying that they're taking them and giving us all the money back. I'm hoping that's true, because it was an error on their part. So yeah. Now I had to go get some other ones, but the color that I've been wanting is something I can't find anywhere, so I can't get those. So I got a completely new one and a completely different color. Can you see those? Those are my new kitchen tiles. They're 3 centimeters wide, or like tall height, like 3 centimeters this way and then 15 centimeters this way, so they're like little slabs of stone, or well, they're technically not stone because they're made from like recycled material, which was really nice. So it's, I don't know, I don't think it's stone, I could be wrong. I actually don't know what they're made of. That doesn't concern me. I'm just concerned what they look like. Okay. Let's finish with the food. Start the other stuff. Okay. Let me just open that. And put my phone to charge, because it's been running out of battery for the longest time. And let's start the stream. Also, I don't think I said hi to you, so hi. Also, I have these on in a weird way. Okay, there we go. Also, this needs to go somewhere. I like the way that some people with long hair, or like at least hair that's here, have their like headphones on their hair, and like I don't know, that they look like they're not bold. But for me it doesn't work. Because everything that's on my face, I'm just like annoyed and I want it away, so I can't have it on my face. Even this bit is annoying me. Just who I am. Okay, so I bought this last month, but I've been so bad at keeping up with it, so there's no like real benefit from that because I keep forgetting. But look! I have Xiao! I was so freaking happy when I got him, it was unreal. So I've been just, hello? Do you want to say hi? Of course you want to say hi. Okay, there we have him. What am I doing? Oh, I finished the Enkonomiya's quest. No, that is not okay. I have to take my plate to the kitchen because otherwise Nemo will eat it. Sorry about that, but I don't want him to eat chocolate because it's not good for cats. And even though he's a big cat, he's still small, so I don't want him to die from that. Alright, so we still have the wind race. We could go to that because I haven't done anything today, so we're gonna do some of the daily chores that I do. And then, I don't know, let's see what we have time. If we have time, we can do a hangout event. We'll see, I guess.
And away I go!
Alright. Hello, let's do some wind race thingies. At first, I really like this.
Join me!
What is it called? Event. Yes. At first I really liked this event, but now I don't know. It's starting to get quite annoying. And in the European like server, there are a lot of Russian players that only speak Russian, which is obviously they can speak whatever language they want to because it's their game. Or like when they're playing, it's their game. But it's really annoying for me because then everyone talks and I have no idea what's going on. And I feel like if you're doing online things, you should be able to talk in English. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Because I can't tell everybody to learn Finnish. So yeah, that's kind of annoying because people are a little rude sometimes. But, oh sorry. It's fine. I'm just gonna hide out in the roof. That's where I usually go here. Because I'm boring like that. Yeah. Here. There we go. I like this place because you can see or a lot of places you can see in here, like on the wine bushes. Anyways, the grapevine bush. I don't know. Anyways, the bushes, and then you can also see on the roof. It's gonna be a little bit of waiting though, because it takes 3.5 minutes or something. They're going. I feel like it's showing that I'm there somewhere. Because people keep doing this, like they often come here. I haven't used the thing that they're using. Because I've been the rebel like, I don't know, 3 times or something. But I feel like they're confused because they don't know where I am. I also don't want to move because I am technically a lamp. Ooh, there's a favor. Where is it? It's right there. Ah, not gonna help them. Rebel 10 has been marked for 60 seconds. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't quite understand this event. I'm sorry. It's just something that is fun to play. I've lost oh, there we go. Yeah, I feel like the not the rebel, the hunter, sorry. I keep talking about the rebel, but it's the hunter that I mean. I feel like the hunter knows or gets some kind of like pointing or something that shows that I'm right somewhere here. They're confused because they don't know where I am. Is she gonna come up now? No. I need to be quick if I wanna go somewhere. Now I lost her. I lost her! Ooh! She's climbing! Okay, we gotta go. Ooh! I need to run, but I'm small! I'm stuck! Oh no.
Make my escape.
Oh no, I'm stuck! And apparently an opera singer too. I think I'm gonna get captured. I'm too small and too slow for this. Oh no. Ah! No! Oh! It got me. Okay. I thought that counted for her. Or them, I don't know. I'm just talking her as the character. I don't know who the actual person is. Oh, for goodness sake. I forgot. Why did nobody say anything? I'm not even in the right scene. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna... Wow. This is so embarrassing. Can you stop sitting and talk? I will literally just jump off the cliff now. Okay, we're gonna play again. Because I can still afford some money, but oh my god. Why am I so freaking dumb? I can't have different scenes. I have to have one, like literally only one scene. Because I don't know how to stream. I might as well just stop streaming. Oh my god! Okay, Julia, I'm sure you're a nice person, but I really cannot talk with you right now. I am in the tree. Also, I'm stuck. Oh, there's a ceiling thingy. Italians? Like aliens? Italians, I love that. Sorry, no. Let's low health. Oh, their health is on like 1%. I wonder if I can hide out here. We'll see, I guess. You don't have to come here. Nemo! I don't. Oh my god, that's... Good for you. Oh my god, these people are weird. I wonder if I'm actually using my stamina here. I can't tell. No, I don't think it's going down. Okay. Good to know. It would be fun to be able to hide out here without anyone seeing. That would be very fun. Oh no, there's the inside. No! Now they're coming for me. Okay, I need things from the oven. I guess they're just gonna get me. Okay, there we go. And now I need to run. Okay, sorry. I'll win this for you. All the streamers gone. Sorry, Risky. I was taking my little Karelian pies out of the oven. How you been? How's life? What? I don't think they had a strong clue what was going. Okay, I think now yeah, I should get... Okay, now these are annoying me so much. I'll just have to be bold that I'm always, or like as I am always. I cannot deal with hairs in my face. That's just... I can't. Okay. Do I have 6,000? Oh, for goodness sake, I don't. Okay, we still need to do one. Don't shout at me, go away. Nothing, so do you play alone? I imagined it is your imaginary friend comes to life. I can't play this on my own. It's gonna be just like random online game. So, yeah. It's like with people, but I don't know them. Like any other online game. Alright, we're gonna be the rebel. I haven't been into this one before. Archery targets, wine barrels, and otogi wood boxes. Alright. Interesting. Just telling you, Kayoshi follows you if you are wondering. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you for, Kayonshi, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. should we hide? We could hide here. It's kind of obvious. I don't know how to get out of my disguise once I take a disguise, which is very annoying. I'm just gonna hang out here. Oh, now I'm stuck. I hate when the camera gets stuck. Please let me out. Okay, we're just gonna look at the nice scenery here then. You can see on the little left corner little mini-map, you can see where the hunter's going. Okay, let me see. I can do these things in the meantime. And also, I'm gonna see if I can do these. Thursday! Yes! Okay, we're definitely doing that once I get out of this game. Hopefully I'll get 6,000 this time. If not, I'll just play one after the stream. Yeah, so what you been up to, Risky? There's a favor. They're gonna go for it. Yeah. Hydrate because you hydrated earlier. Yes, thank you. Thanks. Okay, they're not coming. Okay, now they're coming this way. They're like in the middle quite a lot. It's always fun to see where the hunter is. Rebel... Oya? Okay. I think it's Oya. Ooh, they captured them. You understand them? No, I don't understand Russian. I just, I can read Russian letters, but I don't know what it says most of the time, unless they're like common words. Like, this is what I meant earlier by saying... Sorry, I have something on my throat, which is very annoying. By people talking Russian a lot in this game, in European servers. Because I really don't... Like, I can't understand if they're what they're talking about. Also, if they're saying something rude, please ignore that. Okay, there we go. It was just a matter of time. I'm just gonna hang out on this little log. Little stump. Oh, there's still one rebel left. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now we can do our dailies. Nemo is doing something weird. What are you doing? Okay. One thing that is really annoying is that I don't know how to get rid of the chat. Like, it's always there and it bothers me. Go away! Sorry, Nemo. Am I back on my own world? No. Let me go back. Ah, there we go. The chat's on as well. Okay. Let me see, wrong thing. Let me see if we got 6,000. Oh my god! 1! What is this? One freaking... Okay, we have to do one more, because that's not... I can just
Join me.
talk with you for all that time, because I only need one coin and I can get that from anything. I can even be captured right away. How is that possible? One freaking coin! Ooh, I'm a hunter. Okay, this is fun. Or more fun. Okay, I'm gonna be ready. Oh, I should have switched. Ah, damn it. Okay, well. It's gonna be small. It's not gonna be great because I can't run after anybody. But it's fine. It's fine. Someone's name is Brrr. That's funny. Alright. Lol Sayu. We got this. I didn't even check which... Like, oh no, is this the... Oh, I hate this one. This is the place with the trees and stuff, and they annoy me. Okay, for a little bit more. Also, I feel like I can hear Nemo doing something naughty. I hope that he isn't. They're wishing me luck. Ah, this is the thing. Okay, got it. Interesting. I don't know how it works though. This is what I mean. This is a difficult one, even though it seems like a simple one. It's not. Oh no, somebody's right there somewhere. In the trees? Anyone? In the trees?
Make my escape.
No. Okay, I can't find them. Here? We'll go this way then. Okay, this is not helping at all. I feel like the sensor thingy is even worse. They're just laughing at me on the chat. Okay, we got a favor unless somebody takes it from me because I'm so small I can't even jump. Okay, let's take this one. I can't find anyone. Where are ya? What the heck? Usually you can even see them here, but I am blind. I am like Yuri before. What on earth? Are they all hiding in trees? Okay, I'm not. What is the... They're good. I can't type. It will take me the whole time, all left of the time to just type. What on earth? Have they all literally vanished? I'm much more like the other favor thingy.
Make my escape.
Okay, this is... whatever. I can't find a single one in here. I hate this map version so much. What on earth? I can't even type. What the hell? Without using these guys, where were they? What on earth? I think I have no, like, either they hacked the freaking game or I don't know. That was not fair. I did not see a single person during that game. What happened? Okay, that made me very angry. I hate that. Fortunately, I never have to play the game anymore. Or any, like, no longer anymore. I don't know. I don't know English anymore. We're just gonna talk in gibberish from now on. That made me so annoyed. It's not about even the capture. That I couldn't even see one of them? That's unfair. Hello.
Let's get down to
Gonna
business.
get this and get out of here. Yes, exactly, Sayu. I'm just gonna see if I can go here and quickly take this one. No? Yep. Yes! Sorry guys, just wanted your stuff. Nothing personal. Oh, you're still here? Okay, but we're not. Let's go in here. Well, I hope it's not the quest where I have to ask people about their kimono pattern choices, because that's so annoying. Ugh, no! I hate this one. I don't even know where they are. I really dislike this day thingy. I actually spent the evening comfort with my sister who just got all LDR'd by a boyfriend who works in 542 kilometers away from her. Do you mean they hold on. Ramsey? Who's Ramsey? Do you mean that they decided to have a long distance relationship? Is that what you mean? Oh my god, where is this person? Somewhere here. Ah, it's this one. Okay, why are you floating? Look at me! Oh, now I'm not floating anymore. And then somewhere back in here. Wait, where? Oh, this way. Yeah, okay.
Make my escape.
Oh, back to her. Okay. I thought there were 3 people, but I thought there, I forgot there were 2. Because she's an immigration officer and her boyfriend is an also immigration officer, but the head of her office sent her boyfriend away. I don't understand about civil servant way of work. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is it gonna be permanent or for a certain amount of time only? And if it's gonna be permanent, will your sister be able to find work where her boyfriend lives, or vice versa? me. I think you did. Take this. I feel like your bonfire needs it. Sorry, guys. And then, who are you trying to get me? Oh, okay.
Disappear.
There you go. Oh my god, stop hitting me. You can come up, like, and get me, but I'm sorry. But it's not working for you. Hello, my friend. I know you miss me. Who are you? Get out. Okay, there's so many things here. So many enemies, actually. No cooking. I had that. Oh, I wish there was like a different button that you press for cooking, because it's like the most annoying thing in this game. First, like the most annoying thing, like the first one, is that you can't freely change the difficulty or world level. Second worst thing about this game is that enemies, when they get stuck or they can't see you for a little bit, forget that you're there, and then just abandon you, and then you have to fight them all over, and that is especially frustrating when you're doing like a bigger boss fight. And third most annoying thing, I had it but it's gone. It's the thing I said before. Can't remember anymore.
Time to go.
Oh, where's my little animation for that? Oops. Wow. Okay, we can put that here. Let's get this one. It's this way here. Okay, there we go.
See?
Oh, this one is a tough one. Usually, like, oh my god, get out of here. Usually I get it with like a few like things. I just like to talk about it because I don't have any amazing life. I'm just in the background of my dad and my sister's life. Don't say that. Though I know what you like mean, but I hope that you can have your like own because you're very special and important on your own like terms, and you should be celebrated for that. Not, oh my god, did you freaking escape that? Where are you? Take this. There we go. I just like them all so much. What is Waku Waku? And yes, I know it. Obviously you love your family. I would literally die for my grandma. She's like the most important person in my life. So I understand. But you also should be celebrated as you are, so I hope your family does that to you as well. Like, you're there for them, and they're there for you. That's how it should be. At least. Okay, let me, we need to do this one. Okay, let's go here and let's see what it has in store for us. Oh, it's this one. I've done this before. So let's do 71 because I'm lazy and I don't like to struggle. For Pyro, we're gonna
Make sure to
rid
keep
of
up.
her, and then I think I'm gonna switch her to Barbara.
Wish me luck.
But I think Animo is okay, right? I can't remember if Animo is a quick stretch. Alright. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words. Izu is really good emotes. It's almost 1 hour. Oh yeah, 45 minutes. That's true. Lol Nemo emote. Okay, let's do this like this. But if this doesn't work, then we'll go back with maybe Shongen. The one thing I remember from Chao is that he was voiced by a woman. Oh really? I didn't know that.
I'll protect us.
Prepare to die!
Okay, we have
Lament!
this.
Worthless!
He sounds... Okay, they are immune. Though, I am getting a little bit of,
Worthless!
still, like, stuff from them. So
Useless!
Judgment.
are you sure it's him?
Shiver.
Because,
No. Let's
he
stay.
does sound like
Leave it
his
up to me.
Boring!
voice actress is a male. But also, I can't, come on, where are you going? I can't assume somebody's gender by their
Let the
voice,
show begin.
so
Come
it
on.
could be
We
either
can
way.
do it.
It just sounds like a masculine voice. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Evil conquering! Worthless!
Yes, take this.
Here!
Get away.
Useless!
Yes, it's so satisfying to use him because it's so like he's so hardcore. Because it's voiced by Lila Berzin. Woman can do things, really amazing things. Yes, I'm not doubting that. Any woman well, not any, but I would not doubt that a woman could have or be a voice actress and do a masculine voice like that. But I'm not, now I'm curious. Lila Berzin. Yeah, that is true. You said Lila Berzin. They use a lot of female voice actresses for male characters, because Bennett's voice actress is a female as well. Well, I'm again assuming their gender by their voice, which is not
I'll
what
protect
you should
us.
do. So I
Let's
apologize for that, but if we're talking about what I know of them, then that's what I know of them. I'm not saying that's 100% true because I have no idea what their gender really is and what their pronouns are and stuff like that. So I'm not like saying that it's only that. Just what I know. No!
Disappear! Here! Worthless!
No! That's rude!
Here!
You can't run.
This almost was right there.
Punishment.
This is what you get.
For it.
There you go. And where are you?
Useless.
Oops. The water characters are so handy when it comes to these pyro mages. They're so annoying.
You can't run.
Our stamina is so low though, so I just have to like do it this way. Grecia Villar voices all male characters in Metalocal's impressions. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Also, a woman who voiced Kaden on your sim stream. Ah, that one. Okay, yeah. That one I know. Sorry, self-promoting, but I really love picking voices for cartoon characters. Even Sky wants their voice to be dubbed by a male voice actor, even though that's my idea originally. Oh, that's fun. Don't worry, that's not like... That's no bad self-promo. That's allowed. Have you ever considered doing voice acting yourself? Like you would do the voice acting?
Steady us. Let the show begin.
I would love to, but I could never because I sound so bad. Like, I sound so annoying that nobody would ever want to listen to me.
Worthless.
Oh no. Come back. I don't understand why it says immune, but then they also get damage. So I'm not quite sure what's like happening right there, but
Useless.
we just ignore that part.
I must leave no. Judgment. Shiver.
Oh my god, it's really losing these
Let's dance. Yeah.
Yay! Where are we at? There we go.
Let the show begin.
You're so rude. I can't even hit you because you're like...
Disappear. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Yep.
Retribution.
Sorry. Oops. This one.
Steady it.
A little late for the shield, but I love the yeah, I still love Rosaria's that Sa. I don't know why I like it so much, but I think it sounds so badass. I also plan to do art where I draw Swimming Bird as Jack Sparrow because she asked for it. Oh my god, that is amazing! That's such a good idea, actually. Oh, I need socks. Do I have socks? No, I need to go get some socks. My feet are a little cold. Also, hold on. Switch that off. Okay, let's do this. Oh, actually, I think I can do more talents. Let's do this one. Nice. So, I still can level that up. Okay, great. I think I'm gonna crown him. I'm not sure yet, but I feel like I will. Because he's so good. And I really enjoy playing him. Like, he comes natural. Oh shoot, I did forget that he has no life. Where's my shield? But yeah, some characters are just natural for your like style of playing. and he comes very natural to my style of playing. I really like other characters as well, like some characters are really fun to play, but they're just not, like, I just don't like how I play them or like how they're played.
You
Or
can't run.
maybe
Steady as
also
stone.
I don't
Someone
know
needs assistance. I'll
the
protect
right way how to play with them, and then I just like,
Yeah.
really well with them. One great example is Child, or Childe as I like to say.
Shiver.
I just really do not know how to play him.
You can't run.
Not that I would be able to practice or anything because I don't have him. And also I really dislike bow characters in this game for some reason. I've talked
Leave it
about
up to
this
me.
before,
Yeah.
but for some reason
Yeah.
I really feel like
Let the show begin.
the bow characters are just totally powerless, which is really annoying because they're really good characters, some of them. I really don't like them. No! Stop that right this second. No! Why are you doing that? That is so rude.
Yeah. Let's dance.
Okay. Got it, yeah. That's really amazing pick. Well, I didn't pick him. I got him. I wished for like 80 times. And then I got him. But yeah. Good thing now I have it. Okay, so do I have, how many times can I do this domain? I think, oh, I have 5 condensed resin. That's great. Okay, so if we run out of resin, we can do that. Or use the condensed resin, I mean. So we can do this, like, how many times? 8 times? If I had 8... No, not 8.
I'll protect us.
I had 160.
Lament.
160 and I used 2... Okay, 16. And I used 2 every time, which will then be...
Worthless.
Oh my god, I can't do math at the same time.
You can't run.
Lights out.
I think that
Steady
makes
as
8,
stone.
but I'm not
Oh,
quite
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Boring.
Okay! Oh my god! Oh, there we go.
Let the show begin. Yeah. Oh. Ready, steady, go.
I don't understand why this doesn't, like, shoot water from everywhere.
Oh. Yeah.
It should really.
Useless. Evil conquering. Worthless. Here.
No! Stop putting me on fire!
Here.
Oh no, the other one's gaining their power back. No!
I'll protect us.
I just wasted everything.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Are you coming out?
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
I hate that they don't go together, like the mages don't go float together. They're always a little far apart, so you can't get them both at the same time. I need to look a book of characters from Genshin to pick my favorite art style. Ooh, yes, do that. I'd love to know what your favorite character based on art style is. Based on only pure like outer appearance and elements and like the art style, my favorite would be well, Michael hasn't been released, which is the Kitsune in the Raiden Shogun story.
Let's dance.
When she gets released, that's my favorite character from all characters, like based on appearance. And then one of my favorites is also Zombie. And also, oh my god, stop! Why are you bothering me so much?
You can't run.
One of my favorites is also Xiangling. Really like Xiangling.
Yeah, you can't run.
Stop! That is so rude.
Disappear. Here.
Oh, I need my
Worthless. Here. Worthless.
I'm losing some health.
Here. Worthless.
Oh wow, where are you going? I have no idea.
I must leave no stone unturned. So let's dance. Yeah. Hike.
There.
Judgment.
Oh wow. They're really tough, these creatures, actually.
Leave it up to me.
Okay, there we have it. Your turn. You as mage.
Oh.
They're really tough. Okay. We have it. We have it. I do like Xiao's. Oh, and also I like Hu Tao. I really like Hu Tao's like character. The only thing I'm not the most keen on is her hat. I don't know why I don't like her hat. I don't dislike it, but I also don't like it. I'm like, I would change it if I could, but it's like, it's fine. Altogether, I'm not the greatest fan of her clothing. But I love her hair.
Toodaloo.
And I love the, like, death kind of style. Or, like, the ghosts and stuff. I really like Xiao's as well. But I feel like he's a little too skinny. Like, he's a little, like... He looks like a 10-year-old boy. Maybe he is. I don't know how old he is. Or, like... Well, he's probably, like, thousands of years old. But, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, how can I even forget Tama? There's so many good characters. I really like Tama's characters. And I also love Chongyun. Chongyun is so cute. He might be one of my favorites, actually, now that I look at him. They're really, like, I just love all of them. Different reasons. She's so cute as well. I'm not the greatest fan of her. I feel like she looks a little too fierce for my taste. And I don't really understand Aloy because I don't know the game she's come from. Gorou is really cool. Yunjin is really cool. I like Lisa's outfit and everything. Just, I don't really play with her. So many favorites. Ooh, I've forgotten about these. There we go. And then also An update? Okay. Then I think we still have some resin left. Okay, we have left for two. So we can do twice. More? I'm just gonna do the same thing with the same characters. I know it's quite repetitive. Yes, that's what I want to say. But then we can do something else. Because I'm not that far away from leveling up the other one, right? Yeah, I only need 3. And if I can get 3 from here, that would be great. If I can get 2, that's okay too. Because then I can convert the other ones.
Evil conquering.
Right on, go from this.
Here. Worthless. Here.
This is so, like, I don't know, I love it.
Worthless.
It's so satisfying to be able to destroy the ones like this.
Boring.
Lights out.
You take this,
Leave it
I
up to
take
me.
the shield,
Let the show begin.
also the water,
Let's dance.
the health. Oh, and then you just go float on the ground, on the sky, on the air. Hello, my friend.
You can't run.
Steady it.
Useless.
Okay, now at least I'm using my actual shield this time, which is way better.
Disappear.
Oh, didn't use this that one.
Here.
Should have gotten rid of the shield
Worthless.
with Barbara, but
Here. Worthless.
too late now.
Worthless.
I'll protect us.
Judgment.
As a good
Does
night
she do running damage? Not really. Let's get rid of her. I really want to level up Barbara,
Let
but
the show begin.
no Barbara, sorry.
You can't run.
Rosaria.
Boring.
But to be able to level her up, I need the, what is it called? The Geo Hypostasis, and it is freaking hard. I can't do it on my own. So I haven't been able to do that since, well, for like a year or something, I don't even know. I also forget to say this, but I pray that your grandma will always be healthy too. I mean, it's really nice to see you smile on stream. No pun intended. Thank you. Yeah, I do wish that my grandma stays healthy because it's really important to me. But if she doesn't,
I'll
then
protect us.
I'll just have to deal with that. It's just how
I
life
must leave
goes.
no-
But
Judgment.
the longer I can or we can go
You
with
can't
her
run.
staying healthy, the better.
Evil conquering.
Oh,
Get out
I
of my
keep
way.
doing that. Exactly. Get out of my way.
Here. Worthless. Worthless.
Leave it
Where
up to
is
me.
my shield? I don't know why I'm singing opera today, but that is what I'm
Lights
doing
out.
today. Sorry, guys. Okay, where are you at? There. Oh, this is not what I want. Ooh, for once, they're actually like somewhat in the same place. Okay, you're gonna stay there. Actually,
Boring.
no! Get away! Stop being annoying! I need
You can't run.
I need her elemental first. Get rid of this one.
Judgment.
Stop being hee 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 hee. I don't want the hee 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 hee. Go do something else. Die. Oh, for goodness sake. No, no, hee 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 hee. Go away. Oh my god, these mages. Okay, this is the final one. Okay, nice. Let's go to, we need to go to Liue. Liue? Here? Or, I think it's here. Yeah. I've tried to learn which way is the closest for whatever I need. Because this is the closest crafting bench. So I should always go to Liue. And then there are others that are like close. Can I get any bonuses? I don't think so. No. Like Inazuma is the closest. Actually, we need to go there. What is the wherever we're going. Oh, I forgot I have her. Okay, let's go this way. This
Ad
thing?
Astra Abyssosk.
What is this? I don't know. Anyways, adventure adventure guild place.
Thank you for completing.
I guess this is the closest. Oh, knock it out.
Ad Astra.
And then for crafting, or not crafting, for the like iron things. I don't actually think. No, sorry. Which is the closest? Probably Inazuma. Still. Maybe? Or actually, maybe it is Liue. Yeah, I think it's Liue actually. Okay. Let's claim those things. And now, no, we need... No, I did the crafting table. Okay, I should now have enough for one more. Yes. Let's do that. And can I do this? I can. Yes! Okay. I know I should be doing these first and then this, but I'm impatient. I want to use them all. Okay, so now I have to get 9 for this one. And this needs the gold ones. Huh. I wonder if... No. Okay, this is gold now. Okay. It was just not showing before. So I need 9 for this one. And then... that's gonna be enough for the 6, and then I can crown him if I want to. Or I don't have to crown him, but I can do these. Alright, so now we've got him on the same level as the others, which is great. Awesome. And... do we... okay, we have 2 options. We can do world quests. If we want to, we can do world quests. Or we can do story quests. And I have... oh, I have 2 actually, so I can unlock something. Let's unlock... Ningguang's story. Okay, yeah. So we can do a hangout. Which could be Ningguang, Gorou, or Beidou. Or we can do one of these. Except the ranking. Obviously, I don't want to do that. But these 3 or this one. or this one, any of these others, we can do those. So which will it be? What time is it? It's 19:20, 7:30. I think we could have time to do a hangout. I feel like we could do a hangout. Okay, let's do hangout. Let's do Gorou's, because I've been really curious to do oh my god, that is so cute! I've been curious to see what his story looks like. Oh, we're already here. That is amazing. Actually, I need Sayu. I don't like to travel without Sayu. Sorry, Barbara. But you're good. Ah, there's Michael. Is it Michael? I think it's Michael. I keep forgetting their
really
names.
can't recommend that
Yay,
store
Miko,
highly
not Michael.
enough. A couple more visits and you'll find that the fur on your tail is silky smooth. A gorgeous tail like yours deserves lots of tender, loving care.
Can you hear them okay?
Don't you agree?
I can put the volume a little louder.
No need. I'm not interested in that kind of thing.
You say that, but do I see your ears saying otherwise? Although your tail isn't professionally maintained, the fur doesn't look dry and coarse. To me, this says you like to take care of it. I'm also guessing that you like to curl up into a fetal position and hug your fluffy tail tight as you go off to sleep.
Oh my god, I would love that.
How do you know? Don't be ridiculous. I'm a high-ranking general of Watatsumi Island. How could I do such a thing?
He's so cute.
Oh, it's okay. There's no need to be embarrassed. The desire to cuddle up to a soft tail while sleeping is quite natural.
I would literally do it right now if I had a fluffy tail.
Really? Wait, no. Why are we still on this topic? In fact, why am I even here talking about tails with you in the first place?
Why? Because you are blessed with a wonderful fluffy tail, that's why. I think it's very cute.
I love it.
I'm trapped. How do I get out of this? It's you! Oh my goodness. Save me.
Oh, and how is my favorite little one doing,
Why am I your favorite little one? Why are you like this?
I didn't expect to meet you here. We were just talking about tails. Gorou has a beautiful tail, don't you think? Doesn't it make you want to stroke it? Don't be nervous. Just follow your heart's desire.
She's not going to fall for it. We've fought side by side.
Pardon me. Lady Gucci, we have completed the matter you instructed us about previously. We have selected a very skilled artist to be in charge. I'm confident that the finished product will be to your satisfaction.
I'll take a look later, and if everything's in order, place it in front of the store. All right. I won't tease the two of you any further. Do make the most of your trip here, won't you? Quite a lot has changed. I wish you both a fun-filled time on Narukami Island.
There was
Why
definitely
is she
something
like that?
strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Could she be plotting something? Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the shogunate, we've had much closer contact than we did before. I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've ever gotten used to it. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she towers over me and speaks so cryptically. Something about her is strangely intimidating. I could probably deal with her in battle, but I don't know where to start when I run into her in normal life. I guess this is a weakness of mine.
He's so cute.
Really? That would be great. To be honest, this is something that's always worried me. If the soldiers ever saw me in this kind of embarrassing situation, they'd be very disappointed.
Why don't you just embrace
So,
your little
I
fluffy
have
tail?
to overcome it. As soon as I've worked through this, let's go take on Yae Miko again. First things first, though. Do you have any ideas on where to begin?
We can start with some theoretical study, or I can act as a personality you find difficult to deal with. Let's try that one.
I see. So if you pretend to be someone like her, I can keep practicing on you.
Yes, just try to imagine me like a foot taller.
If I can get the better of you, then I'll be able to hold my own when similar situations come up in the future. Good plan. Let's see. Where should we start? Now that you mention it, I remember having a similar experience back on Watatsumi Island. I was with my subordinates at the time. We ran into a merchant, I got caught up talking to them, and I don't quite know what happened, but I ended up buying a lot of things from them. I think we can give it a try. There's an island called Rito nearby. Why don't we go there? I heard all the Outlander merchants are based there, so it might help to create the right atmosphere.
Okay, let's go there. And that is quite a long way, actually. So let's not walk there. Though we could, but just let's not. There we go.
So this is Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see any Tenryou Commission soldiers roaming the streets. What a nice place. Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman. Hi. Hi. So, a lot of the soldiers have been complaining about a shortage of blankets recently. So, 10 blankets? Okay, I'll settle the check right away. The price seems pretty cheap to me, in which case no need to haggle, right? I think that's still not too bad. Is that supposed to be really expensive? I'm sorry. In the past, Her Excellency has always handled procurement of military supplies. I don't know the specific prices of these items, so
blankets
know
for
how to respond.
200,000 more.
This won't get us anywhere. I have to haggle to give you the chance to use your wily tricks on me. What do we do now? Something I'm more interested in? Maybe,
Cake!
cake?
Oh my god, that's a man after my heart. 100,000 more for a slice
That's
of
so
cake.
expensive. I know what a fair price is when it comes to cake.
Oh my god, I love it. He looks like, oh my god, you know what? He looks exactly like Nemo. How? Exactly. Where is the rascal? I can't show you, but he looks exactly like Nemo. Like even the face and everything. If you want to bargain, you'll have to do as I say. If you can do one little thing for me.
Wait a sec. If you think about this from another angle, a cake that costs 100,000 more per slice must be so much better than a regular cake.
He's failing so hard.
Oh, let me see. I've been saving up recently. I think I should have enough. So, there isn't really a kind of cake that costs 100,000 more per slice? What a shame. I feel like role-playing as a vendor is a little outside our area of expertise. What kind of person do we both see regularly enough to impersonate convincingly?
Fatui.
Fatui? Then it looks like a trip into the wild is in order. Let's go give it a try.
Why do we have to change places? Can't we just pretend to be the Fatui right here? Not even right, like sure where I'm going. Actually, let's just try going here because it's gonna be way easier. Okay, this way. Just used her skill for nothing. Oh no, my music go. Okay, there we go. Back to music.
I've dealt with Fatui before, but I always end up against those big, stocky guys who are much taller than me. I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow, I still don't have the muscles to show for it. Maybe I'll start to see the results in a few more years. Really? That's very kind. But still, I think that I should aim to look more muscular than my subordinates at the very least. I know that people's trust in me has nothing to do with my size, but if I were taller and bulkier, they'd be able to identify me from behind more easily when charging into battle. That way, our forces wouldn't scatter so easily. As long as I was on the field, they'd be able to follow me.
I think they can do that already.
Enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time?
Let me amuse myself a little, or are you here to play with me? The more the merrier?
What? I smell danger! Really? Huh. For a moment there, I could have sworn the actual Fatui were right here. No, wait! Behind you! It wasn't my imagination! They really are here!
Oh, okay. I thought I was very convincing. Oh, and him.
Advance!
Here to play with me.
Oh my god, I don't know where I am.
Let's move.
Ew! Go out of my sight! You are so annoying. He's useless to me. Like, this is what I mean. Like, they're so difficult to. Oh my god.
Pull in!
Can I just shoot them from here? I don't quite understand what the shield does. Okay, this is not going anywhere.
You must
We're
know
doing
how to get
this
me
the old way.
going.
Disappear.
Where did it go?
Here. Here. Boring.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
Useless.
Oh, I have Rosaria. Oops. Forgot about that.
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up.
You can't run.
Useless.
Judgment.
Why am I in the freaking bushes? Actually, you know what?
Everyone on me! I got careless.
I can't see a thing. I'm just gonna hope he can aim. Okay, I have no idea where the stupid thing is.
Lament.
Okay, now I'm done playing.
Here. Worthless. Here.
Oh, why did I...
Worthless.
Steady as stone.
I need Miloh. Oh.
Lights out.
You can't run.
Wow, you just crouching there, doing nothing? Wow. Okay. Love that.
Judgment.
This is easy if you just stay there. There's nothing for me to do. Wait, where am I? The good thing about these ones is that they're so tall that they can't shoot
It's all
you
fun
if
and
you're
games
very
until the real
small.
Fatui show up, huh? That little interruption has really ruined the mood for me. Let's not do any more Fatui impressions for today. It seems in poor taste after the trouble they caused in Watatsumi Island anyway. Do we have any other options?
Time for Plan Z.
What do you mean? Isn't this moving a little too fast? Her Excellency advocates slow and steady progress in all things and cautions against trying to advance too quickly. To clarify, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I don't know if the time is right. I guess you're right. Thanks for your encouragement. It's not like me to shy away from a challenge like this. Let's
I love
do it.
when he's
Time for
happy.
a make or break
His
training
tail
exercise.
goes like this behind him. It's so freaking cute. Okay, what are we doing now? The Inazuma City Street? Okay, I wonder what we're doing there. Actually, let's just travel again. Oops.
we're back. Don't worry, my head's in the game this time. I am a high-ranking military officer of Watatsumi Island and the General of the Resistance. Whatever tricks you've got up your sleeve, you're not going to get to me. So bring it on!
You sure?
This feels like... Yes, it definitely... no, it's not that you do a bad impression of her. More like, I finally realized it when you were talking to me just now. I think that maybe what I'm really afraid of is her knowing smile and her piercing gaze. It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide, like she can just peer in and see them. But it's different with you. I trust you, so I don't feel I need to hide my secrets in the first place. Even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I don't feel afraid. Because we fought side by side in the past and... but it also means that I just have to accept that this is a weakness of mine. As much as it pains me to... The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating.
Yes,
Are you
let's have
serious?
some cake.
I love that. I haven't eaten anything sweet in a long time. Off we go. Let's go buy some cake.
Yes, cake. I love cake.
All right. The next step is to find somewhere nice and quiet.
Okay, where are we going? Oh, it was just there. I should not use that. Okay, fine.
This is so good. It's certainly a rarity in the camp. It's seen as a luxury item in the ranks of the Resistance. We have special meals on occasion, but even then it usually means meat and wine, not dessert. So, thank you for treating me to some cake. The only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such exquisite things, you can't just chow down on them. But, as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and restraint. Wow, don't mind if I do.
He's so happy. We love cake. Oh my god, yes. Desserts are the best, and so is being happy. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. Next one. Let's see where we diverted. Diverted? Wait, did it work? On countermeasure conference. Continue from that. Where are we at? There. Somewhere here. Oh, it's right at the start. Okay. Hello.
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here, since Watatsumi Island signed, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never been. I could probably.
Okay, it's okay. Let's just ignore her.
You're right. I've heard Her Excellency say the same thing before. In any battle, you need to think about how to avoid your shortcomings. As long as I don't come into contact with Yae Miko, everything should be fine. Really? Well, it's a relief to hear that. In that case, I still have some business to take care of with the Yae Publishing House.
Hello? I thought I heard Nemo, but maybe no. Where is he, by the way? Hello? I hope he's not eating my pastries, actually. Everything good. He was just playing with this little, like, that you put on your skin. Not great, but also he was not eating my pastries in the oven, so that's what's
They
good.
run a monthly magazine called That's Life, which has an advice column. Readers write in about their problems, and I'm responsible for responding to them. I'm not quite sure why they chose me, but it's my job now, and I can't give it up just like that. Yae and Miko just handed me the latest batch of readers' letters. Let's find a place to write the replies, then pack them up and send them back to Yae Publishing House.
Alright, where are we going? Up. Oh, of course, you guys. I don't understand why she gets stuck on stuff. It's so bizarre. Oh, there. Yes!
Huh. This place looks nice and quiet. Why don't we write the replies here? The sooner I get them finished and handed back to the publisher, the sooner we can go do something else. I just hope I don't have another run-in with, you-know-who at the Yae Publishing House later. Anyway, the writing could take me some time. The questions I receive are often so strange that I have to think long and hard about how to best answer them.
Okay, let's stay
Great.
here.
Let's write the replies together. I'm actually interested to hear your perspective. Let me see here. Let's start with this one. Today, a new guy came to our village. He was good-looking and had a lovely voice. When I peeked at him from behind the door, I felt my cheeks getting hotter, and my heart started beating faster and faster. See, I can tell right away that this is exactly the kind of question I'm no good at dealing with. The letter seems to be from a young lady, which is not a demographic where I can offer much expertise. What's your take?
Falling ill? Oh my god, I wanna do this. Oh my god, I have to do this.
I think so too. Many soldiers have developed similar symptoms in the past when we march in the rain. It's easy to catch a cold in wet weather. I've taken care of ill soldiers personally in the past, so I know this problem well. I'll reply, the temperature has dropped recently, and it's likely you've caught a cold. Taking medicine will be an important part of your recovery, but don't overlook the importance of keeping warm and getting plenty of rest too.
That's exactly what's happening here. Exactly.
I think that should do it. Come on, let's read the next letter. My neighbor is always borrowing money from me, but never seems to be able to pay me back on time. I have tried subtly raising the issue in conversation several times, but he always finds a way to dodge my questions. He was kind to me when I was young. I don't want to make things ugly, but the money issue bothers me a lot. Please help me. If this is a dispute between neighbors, it must be settled as soon as possible. It's like when conflict arises between generals in the army. The proper policy is to resolve it without delay. The most important thing in military regulations is fairness. It is only right to pay back a debt. I want to suggest that the writer okay,
Completely agree.
so let's reply along those lines. Let me think. How about this? It is good that you want to repay your neighbor's kindness, but be aware that you can find other ways to do this that don't involve lending them money. Right now, the most important thing for you to do is demand your money back. Being kind does not mean allowing your neighbor to walk all over you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true though.
And we are done with that letter. The next one. Hello, I was born on Narukami Island, and now I'm a soldier in the Resistance. So, this is from one of my troops? Most likely. But I'm not sure who. Before passing any readers' letters on to me, Yae Publishing House has their staff copy each one by hand and redact all names in the process.
Oh, very interesting.
So I can't be sure who exactly this is. I couldn't turn a blind eye to the Vision Hunt Decree, and my anger drove me to join the Resistance. My comrades and I have fought side by side, and I have formed deep friendships with them. Since we achieved our goal and the war came to an end, I have remained on Watatsumi Island. But this is not my hometown, and I often find myself dreaming of the cherry blossoms falling on Narukami Island. I now don't know whether to stay here or return home. The Resistance has treated me well, and I've long been disillusioned by the shogunate. But my hometown tugs constantly at my
Oh,
heartstrings.
that's so sad.
How should I reply to him?
Yeah.
Let me think about it. To be blunt, I obviously don't want any soldiers under my command to leave. But if making them stay causes them pain, how are my actions any different from the Vision Hunt Decree?
Yep.
I suppose I'll reply... Narukami Island has changed. You should go back and visit. That should do. I'll be okay. Come on, let's finish the rest of the letters. Thanks to you, writing the responses went very smoothly this time. Let's go and deliver them to the Yai Publishing House, shall?
Yes, we shall. Very proper language there. Ooh. What's that? Oh, it is. Oh. It's the. What we're doing anyway, so never mind then.
Ah, great. That's all the replies for this round accounted for. Thank you for all your hard work, Mr. Gorou.
Why was he saying Miss He?
Think nothing of it. I agreed to help, so it's only right that I do the best I can. Could I trouble you to come back to Watatsumi Island with me? I want to find that soldier. Not to persuade them to stay, I don't want them to leave without saying goodbye. Kazuha once told me that the bonds between people whose paths have crossed can never be broken, even after they part ways. But maybe I'm scared he might be wrong. People can change quickly, and I worry that the next time I meet my comrade, who fought so bravely alongside me, there will already be some distance between us. Great! Then let's head off whenever you're ready.
Alright. That is right here. Okay. Almost just dropped down from the cliff. I wonder how he's just gonna casually find the right person, but I guess I'll leave that up to him. Oops. Definitely just did not take that, but it's fine. Oh, it's right here.
General Gorou, and Captain of Swordfish too. General Captain, are you here to inspect the camp?
Not this time. I just thought I'd come by to catch up while everyone has some downtime.
Certainly, General Gorou. Anything you want to discuss, we'll share whatever we know.
Wow, look at those mustache.
But we haven't been out of the camp lately, so we don't have a whole lot of interesting stories.
Actually, I've had something on my mind and wanted to ask everyone's thoughts on the matter. You see, after the war, Her Excellency streamlined the army and a lot of people were transferred to other duties. Do you still have much contact with each other?
To be honest, not much. We're so busy even with just training and patrolling that it's almost impossible to squeeze in the time to meet up. We have holidays, but we usually use them to go home and spend time with our nearest and dearest. And besides, everyone's vacations come at different times and our schedules rarely overlap.
Yeah, I'm busy when they're free, and they're busy when I'm free. Anyway, even if we did manage to meet up, what then? We all do different jobs now, and we all have new friends who aren't mutually acquainted. I'm not sure what we'd talk about.
So that's really how it goes, huh? I know. It's okay. It just seems a pity. That's
Oh,
all.
he's such a sweet
You
little
know,
babe.
Having said all that, there's something else that I've always felt about this.
Really?
Yes. I feel that no matter how long we're apart, and no matter what we might go through in the meantime, all of us will be straight back here if Watatsumi Island is ever in danger. Even if we've all changed beyond recognition, we can always trust that we've got each other's backs. And that's one thing that's never gonna change.
We're your troops, General Gorou. You trained us, you took us into battle, and led the way as we charged against the enemy. Even if we seldom keep in contact now, we are still brothers in arms. If you say the word, we will all pick up our weapons again at a moment's notice. Long live the resistance!
Yes. That's the way it should be. Long live the resistance. I won't disturb you any further. You guys keep training hard. Regarding everything else, I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Ah, General Gorou, you're here. I believe Hiroaki's been hoping to catch you. He's been waiting at the camp for a long time, but never saw you return. Are you planning to head back to camp later? If you're busy, I can go and let him know so he's not waiting there in vain.
Tell him I'll be right over. I know what I have to do now. Come with me.
Is he the one that wants to leave?
Denjiro is right. No matter what changes the future may bring, we will always have each other's backs. Sure, there may be some awkward silences when we meet again after a long time, but in no time at all, we'd be the best of friends again.
That's quite optimistic.
General Gorou, I would like to request permission to leave the Resistance, sir.
Oh, it's him.
I know this may seem very abrupt, and in fact, I've only just made the decision.
It's all right.
Back then, I had so much hatred for the Vision Hunt decree, and so much disappointment in Narukami Island for supporting it. But after the war ended, I wanted to go back and visit, but I still couldn't make up my mind. Thanks to Miss Hina's encouragement, I was finally able to find the courage to talk to you about it. Of course, if you disapprove, I'll obey your orders. I am your subordinate, after all.
Miss Hina?
It's a long story.
Forget it. Never mind her. I approve your application to leave the Resistance.
General Gorou.
Come on, don't look so down. It's not like we're never going to see each other again. If you ever have the time, you should come back and visit Watatsumi Island. There's no need to limit yourself to a specific place. Just do what you want to do. No matter where we are, we will always be comrades.
Yes, General.
Aw, he was smiling. Such a little baby. Okay. That's so cute.
I'll take my leave then. Take care of yourself, General.
Take care. That was okay. Or should I say, it was for the best. This is how it should be. It should leave you with a smile on your face. Just like this.
Aww. It's bittersweet. We smile when we part, so that we may smile when we meet again. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Next one. Next one. It's gonna be this one?
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed.
Yes, I should have stayed in bed as well. Tomorrow we don't have school, and I will not wake up until like 10 a.m. Okay, what's this about?
Huh. This place looks... Why don't we write the replies here? The sooner I just hope I don't have another... Anyway, the writing could...
Oh, yeah.
You want to scout ahead? Yeah, that works. This way, if Yae Miko's lying in wait for me there, I can... But stay sharp, okay? She is a force to be reckoned with. If you spot her, get yourselves back here. I mean, we'll make a strategic retreat.
Oh, sorry. I clicked off from it. I would have liked to know what he said, but it's fine.
Make my escape.
Oops, sorry. Okay, we here. Ah, this way, okay. Oops, I keep.
All right, everyone, settle down. We are gathered here today, united by a common purpose. Well, of course, it's to tell the whole world about how wonderful Miss Hina is.
Oh.
An excellent answer. How gentle she is, how understanding she is, how delightfully mischievous she can be. We can all testify to the great joy that Miss Hina has brought to our lives. But my friends, there are so many people out there in this world who still need Miss Hina's salvation. We can help by spreading the good news about Miss Hina to every soul in the world.
My friend, do you have a moment to talk about Miss Hina?
Who?
Friends, I found one! Someone needs our help!
Shh, calm your voice down. Hello, my friend. On this joyous day, we would like to open our hearts to you and tell you about the existence of a perfect being. She is gentle, kind, understanding. She is the brightest star in our sky. So, what do you think?
Oh my god. It's like Gorou, but a woman.
Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I forgot to give you all the details. Have you ever come across a magazine called That's Life, published by the Yae Publishing? It's a monthly magazine featuring, amongst other things, an advice column. We were among the first readers to send in letters seeking advice, and we've received kind and gentle replies to each one. Although the editor chose to conceal her name, gender, and other details, we all see her as an emphatic older sister figure and feel convinced that she must be the same sort of person in real life.
No, I understand where this is going.
Oh, there's no mistaking it. Just from her letters, I can feel that she respects me, trusts me. She has a natural ability to connect with people. She's so considerate. She can always sense our true emotions from our letters and never fails to deliver the advice and the encouragement we need. Except when it comes to the topic of romantic love. She's clearly not an expert there. But even then, that just makes her all the more endearing to us.
Recently, the column went through a low period where it just wasn't popular at all. In fact, they almost axed it. Fortunately, Yae Publishing House made the decision to publicize her image, and then the column finally started to grow in popularity.
God.
That's right! Miss Hina is the person in charge of That's Life magazine's advice column. She is the one we all admire and adore so great. And so, when we heard that Yae Publishing House would be revealing the official likeness of Miss Hina today, we immediately came here from wherever we were, all over the nation, to gather together and to witness this grand moment in history. Please, gaze upon the radiant beauty of Miss Hina. See how...
Oh my god, this was not what I expected. Okay, let's see what he says, because this is clearly madness. Guess I am stuck. I hate that she gets stuck every single time.
Oh, hey, there you are. Is, you know... Whew, that's good. I just finished writing my replies, so I was about to head to Yae Publishing House and hand them in. Why? I guess it's because I can help people this way. Also, the editor said to me, this is something that only you are capable of. They made quite a solemn request when they first approached me, so I felt like I couldn't refuse it. But once I'd settled into it, I found myself really enjoying it. Before I knew it, I had written hundreds of replies, and sometimes they'd respond again just to thank me. It made me so happy whenever they'd compliment me. Every time I think about that terrifying woman, I feel like I want nothing to do with Yae Publishing House. But then, whenever I think about how my replies can help so many people, I feel a sense of responsibility. By this point, I'm so used to it that I'd probably find it hard to adjust if I ever gave it up.
Oh no!
Well, I don't quite know what's going on, but I'd like to get these letters delivered quickly. Well, I'm really looking forward to the readers' reactions when they receive my letters. In the army, people are always a little reserved when talking to me because I'm a general, but those obstacles are removed when you're communicating via letters. Everyone who writes seems to treat me like that one friend who they can share anything and everything with. So I'm not about to let them down. Let's head up. But Yae Publishing House isn't far from here if I remember correctly. Besides, this way, if you know who does show up, we can look out for each other.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's see what this fiasco is.
Strange. It seems I don't come here often. Is it like this Hey, there seems to be some commotion over there.
Allow me to reiterate, my friends. We in the Miss Hina fan club must abide by the club rules. Firstly, we mustn't try and probe into Miss Hina's true identity. We of all people cannot cause her any trouble. Secondly, fans of Miss Hina are not to make any controversial statements when representing the fan club. We must exercise self-discipline and present a good image in front of other people. Thirdly, while our mission is to promote Miss Hina in every way possible, if someone we're talking to says they're not interested, we are to respect that and not go forcing it down their throats. And finally, We are here today because Miss Hina has brought us together, but we are also here to change ourselves for the better, for her sake. Can we do that, people?
Yes, we can!
Always make her proud and never bring her down.
Oh, so this is what they call a fan club. I don't know whose fan club it is, but they are raring to go. Something's up, isn't it? I can tell. You're avoiding my gaze. Did something happen? It's not.
Excuse me, friend. Something about you looks awfully similar to Miss Hina. I see. Well, one way or another, fate has brought you here. Have you...
Sorry, I'm...
Well, now's as good a time as any for you to find... Miss Hina is gentle, kind, and considerate. You can tell her anything that is bothering you, and she will patiently advise you on how to do...
Oh, well, she sounds like a very pleasant person to be around. She must be the polar opposite of Yae Miko, right?
But he's the spitting image of Miss Hina. I wonder if they're blood relatives.
Shh! Have you forgotten? We may not pry into Miss Hina's identity.
At least let's take a photo with them.
Friend, may we take a photo with you? We borrowed a camera specifically to witness the official unveiling of Miss Hina's image today.
Sure. That's... Why do they want to take a picture with me? All right, sure.
Oh my god.
That should do it. Right.
Make way, everyone. The Miss Hina billboard is here. Please, make some space. Coming through.
Hey, everybody! It's the real Miss Hina! Miss Hina! Miss Hina!
Now I'm curious too. Let's go over and take a look. Huh? Why? Really? Then we can't stay. Let's get out of... As curious as I am to see what all the fuss is about, it'll have to wait until next time. So please join me again the next time I'm delivering letters.
Oh no. Oh my god. Shake the feeling there's something you're not telling me. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, poor Gorou. Where did they come up with the image, I wonder? Also, why did they make her a woman? I don't know. So many questions, so little answers. That is very funny. I kind of want one where they reveal
There was
it
definitely
to him.
something strange about the way she looked. Sorry that you had to see that. Since Watatsumi Islands, I also wanted to come and see what things are like, and I've never been good at... I could probably
where did we left off? I think I have one on each of them.
Really?
So let's go this one.
To be honest, this is... So, as soon as I've worked through this... First thing...
Yes, we can start with some
Good plan.
theoretical study.
Start by studying some theory, address the fear at its root, and then I'll have nothing to be afraid of. But where would I go to learn about this? I wouldn't know anyone on Narukami Island. Oh, let's go back to Watatsumi Island and ask around there.
Yes, alright. Yes, boss. Where are we headed? Yeah, here. Alright. Oh, not very far. Hello. Hello, my love. What are you doing? What are you chewing this time?
Whew. I feel more at ease on
You look
Watatsumi Island.
just like him. You look just like him. With the ears and everything. Your little butt. Your little butt is showing. No, not on the camera. Oh my god. Don't show your butt on the camera. Yes, you stay there, okay? You stay there. Okay. Can you... No. Can you stay there? No. Okay. Then do what you please.
I had an idea on the way here. Many of my army comrades are older than me, and I'm sure that handling this kind of situation must be second nature to them by
Hey.
now. So I thought we could go out.
No.
I can't just go to them and say, "Hey, I'm no good at this." So instead, I'm going to go with a cover story that I'm asking for a friend.
Nemo.
I see. So you're saying that you're Your friend, sorry, is having some trouble with a certain someone who has an intense personality?
Yes. So I'm here on my friend's behalf to ask you for advice on a coping strategy.
Based on my experience, the easiest way to deal with people like that is just go through the motions. Well, you see, General Gorou, General Gorou's friend, I mean, always listens intently when other people are talking and takes them very seriously. No matter who the other person is, General Gorou's friend treats them all equally, which, don't get me wrong, is something I admire very much. But the other side of the coin is that it makes General Gorou's friend very susceptible to falling for the other party's verbal traps and being led by the nose. If something like that is bothering you, your best bet is simply to not give the other party your full, undivided attention. Don't hang on their every word, and when they ask a difficult question, just gloss over it.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. So that's how it's done.
Well, it's something to try. Whether it'll actually work in this case is a different question. Going through the motions is a skill that everyone has to get the hang of as they get older. I'm guessing General Gorou's friend is on the younger side.
Well, on my friend's behalf, thank you for your advice.
Don't mention it. Oh, yes, I heard that Miwa from Sangonomiya Shrine is also in the area. Why don't you ask her for advice too? She's supposed to be good with interpersonal stuff. It can't hurt to get another perspective.
Makes sense. All right.
Okay, let's ask her.
Most people who wish to have an audience with Her Excellency usually start by presenting their name cards and official documents to Miwa, who then passes them along. So I'm sure Miwa has lots of experience dealing with all kinds of people.
Finally, somebody is actually going forward.
General Gorou.
Usually
and
I
the
follow
captain
the
of Swordfish too.
other
What are
person,
you doing here?
and they just walk very slowly like this, and then I'm like, go!
We wanted to ask you about something.
I see. So General Gorou's friend wants to overcome his weakness, right?
That's right.
The friend.
Let me think. My advice would be to hide what you are really thinking. Cast your minds back. Why do you think Yae Miko was able to tease General Gorou's friend, and not the other way around?
Oh, I love
it's
that.
because she always has that same smile on her face, so no one ever knows what she's really thinking. She's already won the battle, right? If General Gorou's friend wants to go head-on with her, he must at least learn to do as she does, to conceal the workings of his mind.
You make so much sense. So what you're saying is, my friend just needs to keep his cool, and she won't have the chance to take advantage of him.
Exactly. Many things look complicated on the surface, but often, all it comes down to is who loses their cool first.
Wonderful. You have my gratitude. I'm sure with your approach, that friend of mine will be able to overcome his weakness.
Why didn't we pretend it's my problem if he doesn't want?
A great victory.
Well, I'm slowly starting to gain confidence. Oh, I suddenly remembered. Her Excellency updated her general operational directives recently. Who knows? There may be some useful suggestions in there too. Let's go take a look.
Okay. Where are we headed?
Her Excellency handed me the general operational directives in 3 parts, and I think this is where I placed them.
Okay, very far.
Let's see. Deployment and mobilization, logistics, conflict resolution, dealing with... Aha! Got it! How to avoid awkward social situations. That's Her Excellency for you. Socializing is as important as a decisive battle. Know yourself and your enemy to succeed. Boy, if even Her Excellency treats this so seriously, then we'd really better be careful. What I take from this is it's not enough just to learn some general countermeasures. We need specific knowledge of Yae Miko's individual weaknesses to achieve ultimate victory. But how do we figure her out?
I think we can visit Yae Publishing House.
Yae Publishing House. Since she goes there often, perhaps we can find some telling details about her there. Let's go and investigate.
How, Nemo, you're hurting me. Okay, let me get this first. Okay. Yeah, I do see sparkles. There! Let me take the radish! Okay. Let's go back all the way into here. This story quest or like hangout event is very funny actually.
Ah, greetings. Here to buy some books? We just got a new batch of light novels in. Oh, these ones are all the rage at the moment.
Oh, look at this one.
I must say that Lady Guji has a keen eye for a good book. Almost everyone she picks is a bestseller. Apparently, the rumor goes that if you can impress Lady Guji with your writing, you're just one small step away from becoming the next big author. Yes. Well, first we screen all manuscripts, filter out the bad ones, and write synopses for the rest. Then we send those to Lady Guji for final approval.
So, you have close dealings with Guji Yae. What sort of person is she?
Well, for starters, she's a very busy person. Whenever she visits the Yae publishing house, she never stays for long. So, actually, we don't know a whole lot about her. Still, she seems very invested in Yae publishing house. And on occasion, she'll share some of her promotional strategies with us. Take That's Life magazine, for example. When we first started running it, sales were very poor. The return was barely covering costs, and for a while, it was on the verge of being axed. But the fans weren't happy about the prospect of their favorite magazine being discontinued. They kept writing in, begging us to keep it going. So in the end, Lady Guji stepped in and drew up a new marketing plan. Next thing you know, sales are through the roof.
Was it her idea to...
That's Life? Wait, isn't that... nothing. It just reminded me of something unrelated.
I feel like she has requested him to do the letters.
I didn't realize Yae Miko personally handled the marketing for Yae Publishing House. Yet more proof of her unparalleled skill in reading people's minds. Anyway, thank you very much. Is there anything more you can tell me about Guji Yae?
No, that's all. Look, I'm not sure what your plan is here, but I caution you against trying to second-guess Lady Guji. Just my opinion, but she's the most mysterious person I've ever met.
You think she's mysterious too? I guess we can forget about getting any insights this way then. Actually, you said that this batch of light novels was hand-picked by her, right? Maybe we could take a brief look. Perhaps we can get some inspiration from them.
Sure. If you're interested, I recommend this book. I've been to other worlds, but I've never tasted defeat. The protagonist doesn't have any particularly exciting abilities, but never fails to defeat strong opponents. It's all thanks to their wealth of experience.
Cunning strategies. In that sense, it sounds similar to Her Excellency Sangano.
Oh, there's an iconic line in this book that people quite like. One who relinquishes nothing also gains nothing. If you want to win when you're at a disadvantage, a little sacrifice is probably going to be necessary.
Thank you for the valuable advice. Well, one more string to our strategic bow. Although I didn't learn much about my enemy, I've still learned a lot from everyone. It's time to put these theories to the test. Let's go to Yae Miko's lair, the Grand Narukami Shrine.
It's like she's a giant beast or like a... I don't know, a bad thing like that. Of all people, I wouldn't think she was the one Gorou was afraid.
So this is the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Hello there. You look like you have something weighing on your mind. Would you like to draw a fortune slip? The Grand Narukami Shrine's fortune slips have always been very accurate.
I've heard that the generals of the past used to employ all sorts of divination techniques to find out their fortune before a battle. I'm not in the habit of it, but since the opportunity's come up, I'd like to give it a try. Let's draw one together.
The center left, the leftmost, rightmost, center right. Let's do the leftmost.
Let's see what we've drawn. Great fortune! All right, so we have luck on our side. We can definitely show her who's boss today.
Oh, I love that. Okay, let's go in. Usually, yeah, she's right there somewhere.
Any second now, we'll be face to face with her. Don't worry, all our hard work is definitely going to pay off. She can forget about teasing me this time.
We'll see about that.
Oh? You arrived a little later than expected. Did you run into some trouble along the way? But of course. That's why I'm here waiting for you.
So what if you knew we were coming? This time, we won't get caught off guard. We're here to...
Why is he getting all upset?
Slow down. No need to rush. Let me guess. In the past, I used to have many believers coming to see me at the shrine every day, and most of them came for the same reason. Especially those who came in pairs. 9 times out of 10, they were here seeking to know their future fate, hoping that it would be a lifetime together. If you're interested, I'd be quite happy to do a reading for you too.
Together for a lifetime? Remember what Shuhei said? We mustn't pay too much attention to what she says. Otherwise, we may be fooled by her cunning words.
Now that I think about it, perhaps I never needed to recommend that store to you in the first place. You can just leave all your fur grooming to your little friend here. Imagine her holding your tail in one hand, combing it gently with the other.
Uh-oh, not good. My mind is already full of mental images. I have to resort to the method Miwa taught us.
By the way, there's really no point in trying to hide the way you feel. You might be able to remain stony-faced if you really try, but with your tail swishing behind you, it tells everything.
What?
Then again, you know what? Most people only pay attention to your tail, but those soft, pointy ears are really just as fascinating.
There's only one method left. A cunning strategy that no one saw coming. This is going to hurt me almost as much as it hurts my opponent. But there's no other... I think the real reason you know me so well is that you're just like me. Just like me, you hug your tail when you go to sleep. And just like me, you daydream about someone else grooming your tail for you.
I see. You decided to admit your feelings in an effort to bring me down with you. Not bad. I suppose this is a step forward for you.
Oh no.
But I don't have a tail at all.
No.
What is KO? I don't know what that is.
Retreat! Fighting on is futile. Better to conserve resources for the next confrontation. We're out of here. When I get back, I'm going to train harder than I've ever trained before.
Bye-bye now. Come again soon.
What is the thing with them? Oh my god.
What? Another...
Okay, let's see. I think we have one more. Yes, so it's here, the other one. Oh, I kind of feel bad for him. He's not being taken seriously at all. It's kind of a lost opportunity.
There was
to
definitely
not
something
have
strange about the way she...
Yumiko
Sorry that you had to... Since Watatsumi,
have a
I also
tail.
wanted to come and see what things... I've never been... I
She
could
really
probably...
should have a tail. Wait, which one was it? I think we go with this one. Yeah. Steer clear of Yay Publishing House for now then.
Okay, whatever you think's best. Actually, there's something else I have to sort out while I'm on Narukami Island. It's a personal matter. Back when we were fighting the Shogun's army at Nazuchi Beach, I had a box with me that contained some very important items. The odds were stacked against us that day, and the resistance was forced to retreat. I had to abandon the box, but I managed to quickly bury it first. I went back to collect it on this trip, but it turned out someone had already dug it up. So I asked around the area, and the locals said that apparently the Adventurers Guild had beaten me to it. That box is very important to me. I have to get it back from the Adventurers Guild. Would you mind coming along? Thank you so much. Let's head right over.
Alright. Is it far? Oh no, it must be... Yeah, it must be the... Just the Adventurers Guild. Yep.
I'm afraid that will be a little difficult. Don't worry. The item you are looking for is safe and sound. However, I'm unable to return it to you at present. The reason being, it is connected to a case involving the treasure hoarders, which is still under investigation.
That's strange. I buried that box there. What does it have to do with the treasure hoarders?
Allow me to explain. Not long ago, we received a commission concerning a theft by treasure hoarders at Kamore Tea House. The adventurer who accepted the commission followed their trail and heard that they had buried the treasure at Nazuchi Beach. But when we went to dig up the stolen items, we found many other things buried there along with them. As such, we cannot ascertain which of the items have to do with the treasure hoarders at this stage. For now, all we can do is hold all related items at the Adventurers Guild until such a time as we have caught the group of treasure hoarders in question. Then, we will see that all items are returned to their rightful...
I see. I never expected that other people would be burying things in the same place. Well, since these are the rules, I won't press you for it. But might I ask how the investigation is coming along?
This is where the difficulty arises. To date, we have still not been able to locate the hiding place of the treasure hoarders.
So there's no knowing when this will be resolved. Maybe I could help. I could find the treasure hoarders for you, and once you confirm everything is in order, you'll be able to return my box to me. It's very important to me, so the sooner I get it back, the better.
That is perfectly acceptable. However, many adventurers have investigated this case recently. They have searched far and wide, but their efforts have been fruitless. If the two of you are still interested in taking the case, you may have to devise an original approach.
Yes, it seems like the only sensible place. With any luck, we might be able to find some clues there. Actually, since it's come up, what's the Kamore Tea House like? Well, obviously, let's just go take a look.
Okay. Where are we headed to? No, the other way.
Creative cooking.
Sorry, I am stuck. Oh no, I really do not know this map very well.
Are you here to investigate the recent theft as well? We're grateful for the assistance. However, it was Tarumaru's #2 reserve fund that they stole. They struck late at night while there was no one in the surrounding area, so they could slip in unnoticed. By the time we realized, it was too late. They left enough clues for us to retrieve the box, but we found no trace of the group of treasure hoarders who dared to target our tea. I've asked around many times, and there were no eyewitnesses at all. We're definitely dealing with experienced crooks here.
Aww.
Oh, Tarumaru, what are you doing? How strange. I don't know what's...
He says he knows where the treasure hoarders are hiding.
Oh yes, he can speak their language.
How can I describe it? It's like listening to a regional dialect. A lot of it goes over my head, but I can still get the general gist. Anyway, he says he was there at the scene of the crime. The treasure hoarders didn't see Tarumaru as a threat, so he stayed and listened in on their whole conversation. Since there were so many of them and they were armed, Tarumaru didn't dare to bark loudly, so we just had to let them go.
Oh, no wonder. Poor boy. He's been acting more anxious than usual lately, and is always looking outside. And I thought he just wanted someone to take him for a walk.
Yes, that does sound like quite a predicament. Okay, I think I understand now. Tarumaru says he heard the treasure hoarders conspiring to hide out at the beach directly below Tenchukaku. No one usually thinks to look there, and it's become something of a safe haven for treasure hoarders. He also mentioned that there were a gang of 5 people. The leader's name is Kosuke, and the second in command is called Yasuhisa. The leader's scent indicated he was probably from the Narukami Island area, while the 2 newcomers in the team were more likely from somewhere else. Thank you, Tarumaru. It must have been hard for you, knowing the details of the crime but not being able to communicate them. Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything from here. We will definitely get your belongings back. Let's go there in person.
That's
we
for
might
sure
not have
an
any troops with us, but between the 2 of us, we should be able to deal with a handful of petty thieves.
That's surely the original way of thinking that she was referring to. Is it? No, I don't think it's far. Wait, is it up? Oh, it might be up. Hold on. Yeah, it's up. Oops. I thought it was a beach. They were talking about a beach. Okay, this place is kind of maze, which I don't quite understand. Can you stop climbing? Okay, now I'm definitely somewhere I should not be. We need to go there. Okay. Here. Oh! It's lower, so it's underneath it. Oh my goodness. Would it be nice for them to actually, like, tell me that, but whatever. Okay.
I think we're getting close. There's danger in the air. And something doesn't smell right. Be careful.
So we just gotta... Yep.
Disappear!
You're no match for me.
Worthless! Worthless! Here!
Yes!
This is bizarre. How would anyone think to look here?
Boss, didn't you say that the most dangerous place is the safest place to hide?
Yeah, and I still maintain that I'm right in principle. Think how many days we've been here. No one else has come looking for us, have they? Can't believe we got caught. Just when the whole thing had nearly blown over. Hey, kid! Who the heck are you guys anyway?
We shouldn't waste any more time on these people. Life is tough in the Resistance, but none of our troops would ever think about laying a hand on the innocent civilians under their rule. You have things so much better here, and this is how you choose to live your life? We should turn them over to the Adventurers Guild right away. Once their identities are confirmed, they'll get the punishment they deserve.
Please, show a little mercy. We'll give you half of everything we've saved up over the years. If you're willing to turn a blind eye on this...
That's enough! Tie them up and take them away.
Yes, sir.
Come to think of it, this is not a military camp, so there's no need for me to be so heavy-handed. But thieves still have to be punished. Let's escort them back.
Okay, is there anything I can get? Just fruit? Just fruit? Oh. Okay then. Let's go here.
Useless.
No, this is very
I'm
useful,
pleased to
actually.
confirm that these are indeed the individuals who stole from Komori Tea House. I didn't expect you to catch them so quickly, especially with no new leads to explore. In accordance with the rules, now that we have procured an oral confession from the treasure hoarders and verified the list of stolen items, we can now return the box to you. Here, please take it.
Thank goodness.
Oh, is the... Oh no, it's my phone. Can you work, please? Okay. I was thinking that the stream was lagging, but no, it's my phone that is lagging.
Well, let me think. The contents of the box don't belong here. They belong on Watatsumi Island. So, let's head there now and open it.
Okay. Let's head to here. I wonder what's inside the box. it's the shrine. I wonder if it has something to do with the shrine. Of course I can't get in there. I hate proof thieves.
1, 2, 3. Yes, it looks like they're all here. Some personal items that once belonged to the troops under my command. Water bottles, towels, knee guards. Just everyday items, but each one bears the handwritten name of its former owner. These were the only things those soldiers had for their families to remember them by. We all knew going into that battle that the odds of survival were slim. Many of the soldiers came to me and said they wanted to leave something behind as a keepsake for their loved ones. You see, their swords and polearms broke in battle. Their damaged armor wouldn't have been easy to carry, and many of them couldn't write very well, so they couldn't even leave a letter. In the end, all they could leave to their families were these ordinary items. My soldiers trusted me, but I failed to lead them to victory that day. Then they trusted me with these, and instead of honoring their last wishes right away, I had to hastily bury them in the sand. Every time something like this happens, I tell myself that by the next time I'm faced with the same situation, yeah. But right now, let me just mourn them for a little while longer.
Oh, that was a sad ending. Oh. Why did we why did I have to stop the stream for this the worst ending? Oh no! We should have done that first. Aww. Aww. That's not good. Well, at least we can get this thing here. Get some cabbage. Get some cabbage to our broken hearts. And we can do a little wish. A little wish to end the stream. That was so sad. Honestly. That was so sad. I'm building my pity. Again. Oh, I should have wished for this one. No biggie. Okay. Achievement. To tell or not to tell. And general quantity. I think that was all. Yeah. That was so sad. Aww. Sorry. Okay. Oh my god. I hope you had fun. I hope this was nice to do like a hangout event on stream. And on Saturday, Simmingbird maybe will do another Little Nightmares stream. So I will then stream on Sunday. If she doesn't, I will do my original schedule and do it on Saturday. But I have a very, very exciting announcement tomorrow on my YouTube channel that's coming, which is I've been working on it for a long time, and I'm excited to share the video with you. And yeah, you can go check that out tomorrow, and I hope you had a good time. Hope you have a good evening or the rest of the day, whatever time it is for you. If you're still here and you want to see me in the future and you have not yet followed me, please leave me a little follow and you'll see this guy as well one day again. Hello! Yes, he's sleeping. Okay, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.